Hello everyone, it is April 9th, 2025, and welcome back. So we're going to go over this outfit I made. We've actually made quite a bit of progress since my last update. I've been a little lazy about making them. I'll try to be better. So we'll start with the update on the bodysuit here. So I used Marvelous Designer, which is a program to simulate clothing, in order to create this outfit here. Let's see if we can find some better lighting to really show it off. Yeah, so it's like a leather bodysuit. And we have our character here, Penelope, to kind of show it off. This is a different file from Penelope's source file. We're just kind of using a dummy version of her. And ignore the clipping on any clipping you might see. That's always temporary, as before we fit it to the character, but it's already pretty close. I'd say it looks pretty cool. Cool. I'm really enjoying how it's coming out. I think there's a lot of nice, fine details, and we're not done with it yet, but we certainly have a good start. Yeah, she's got these little wrap around her ankles, and then kind of a similar design on her arm there. Anyway, super pleased with that. Additionally, we've gone ahead and I'm actually struggling to remember what I did in the last update for you all, but we'll switch over to Unity to show off the Unity version of this outfit. So this is what it'll look like for most people when they're using this character, because most of the software we're putting these characters in are Unity based, so this is going to be a lot closer to the final look. You notice that she has pixie cut and a few other haircuts as well. But again, we can see these nice fine details. Let me scooch this over so we can see it a little bit better. Again, ignore the clipping. That is temporary. But super pleased with this. If I go back to my Blender file, we're going to be working on the metal pieces soon and kind of the sword. So the metal bits and bobs here, we got this kind of arm piece here, like a large pauldron, the full pauldron. I think it's pretty cool. Definitely looks fantasy style, so this is more of a rough placeholder at the moment. We just finished the bodysuit today, and then at the end I kind of mocked these up. Then we have this other smaller pauldron. We're going to have these leg braces. They're actually going to wrap around on the backside here. And then additionally, there will be some shoes, like some kind of like a little bit of a pointed heel kind of look. But I haven't mocked that up yet. And for the weapons, so I was thinking about it, and my goal for the weapons is going to be to make each weapon will be the weapon itself, the sword, plus the way it attaches to the body. So for example, right here, we have the sword, and I can move that around, and then the holster for that sword. So this is just like a really rough mock-up, but we're going to make sure that the scabbard can attach here, or maybe on the other side, or able to switch, depending on handedness. But that's going to be super useful in being able to take it from one character and put it on another. In fact, there's a good chance I'll probably sell the weapon itself by itself, because that way we're not as concerned with making it perfect or making it just for this one character. Instead, we're making a system that we can attach to other things, a weapon system. Yeah, so very, very pleased with how she's come out. And I'm not sure if I went over her hair, so we're going to switch over to our other file of Penelope and show off the hair grooms that we've made. So using hair cards and a new hair texture, we've given her a pixie cut, and then she kind of has this like mohawk one with a little bit of a small ponytail in the back. And we can see both of them at the moment. So let me turn off one of them. Right here. That was the one you saw in Unity. It looks super good. Might need a little bit of tweaking. There's a few spots we can see her scalp. But that's kind of normal. I mean, you would see someone's scalp anyway. I think she's looking super good with that haircut. Of course, you could always just have no hair, which isn't a bad look for her either. And then we have the ponytail one here, which is the one you've probably seen the most of. And it's looking super sharp, super good. But there was a problem with the hair, which was it looks good in Blender, but Blender is kind of it's not built to run like a video game. It's more of like a preview, or you can render out animations, but it's not built to run on a VR headset. It's not built to run like a game. You can do those things, but usually it's kind of not its intended purpose. So transferring it over to Unity was a little interesting because initially I was getting some bad results. This is kind of the end product of the work I put in. I think it looks quite nice right now. We got some nice color. And additionally, we've created in my shared assets for VRForge multiple versions of the hair color. And it's super nice because we can use one set of textures, so you can see the ambient occlusion, the color, and what's nice is that the color image, if I can find it, is black and white. So what we do is in each of these shaders here, this is what it looks like with no coloring. I drop it, remove it, come on, there we go. Or maybe that's the one. Sorry, I guess it should not this. So this is what it looks like without any color grading. You can see that that's what I checked there. So this is kind of the actual true look of it. But what we can do is we can make variants really quick just by creating a little tiny texture. And it's extremely small, this texture. It is literally just like a swatch or a gradient. So from the left side is black, the right side is white, and whatever colors you use to fill in the space in between, it appropriately samples that and puts it onto the hair. So for the blonde, we have the blonde one that I'm looking at right here. These are the colors. These colors now change that true color to represent this. We've also got brown, which I think looks the most realistic in a sense. Might be a bit oversaturated. But overall, I think it's looking quite nice. Might need to turn down some of the reflective qualities of it. If I turn off the light, that'll make a little bit of a difference too. You notice that her eyebrows are not changing color. Ignore that. We can just, spaghetti monster. We can just do that to make a match. Or you could have mismatching ones, but I think we would want the same material for the most part. And then, of course, we've also got pink. Bada boom, right there. Looks nice. I feel like this is a very modern elf. And then we've got white, which doesn't look any different because we must be missing the gradient. Maybe not. Should be a bit brighter than that. So let's go. Something's not right. Oh. Oh, okay. I think that it's not linked. Interesting. Anyway, so this is the white hair. Something's a little odd there. It should have changed a bit better. Yeah. So with that, we can make one base hair texture, share all this information between multiple materials, and this would, of course, allow any of the customers to purchase it, get a bunch of hair variants. I'm just updating one hair. They can make tweaks to it. Super easy, super nice. I'm loving it. I am loving it, and I think it looks really good for what it will look like before. It's like before it was really hard to get the colors to behave properly. It just looked unnatural. It's still very video gamey looking, but it definitely did not look correct before. I'm super pleased with the results. And yeah, so that's where we're at. We're getting pretty close to having this character finished. We just need to finish the armor plating and the weapons. And then we're pretty much good. I think after that point, we'll be packaging the character up and getting her on Gumroad. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. See you in the next video.